Hi, friends, and welcome to our first class. Thank you so much for joining us. I just want to take a minute to be in gratitude for you and your presence and for ourselves. So just taking a moment to close your eyes and go within and feel a gratitude and thankfulness. Say thank you, eyes, for showing me all of the things that are beautiful and even not in the world. Thank you, heart, for continuing to be all of the blood in my body. Thank you, feet, for trucking us around and getting us to where we need to be. Thank you, all the cells and organs, all of my skin that protects me when I'm out and about or when we're just connecting to everyday cuts or bruises or whatever we're doing. I have a new puppy, and so I'm playing with my new puppy, and he is getting me. So I'm thankful for my resilient skin. And just seeing how you feel, how that feels different. And just take note how easy and simple that practice was and how different you may feel. So welcome. I'm really excited that you're here. This class really called to me when I started to feel a shift happening in the world, and I am at a point in my life where I have been studying and practicing and learning and growing, and I know it never stops, but I am in a place where I've seeded a certain amount of knowledge that I want to share, and I want to keep learning together. So this is really a platform for us to grow, for us to practice, for us to reflect and share. So tonight's class is all about a guided journey meditation. But before we dive in, I want to, every class, give a little snippet of knowledge, because I believe knowledge is power. And when we are consciously aware of what's going on in our bodies, what's going on in our minds, then we can make choices from an empowered state. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the stress response in the body. So about 75% on average of our day, the average person is in fight or flight. So 75% of the average person. Now, fight or flight is a response in our body that goes all the way back to caveman days. And this is when we were being chased by a tiger, or we had to hunt for our food and kill an animal and harvest it. So what happens is the blood drains from your prefrontal cortex, which is this area here. And as it does, it no longer allows us to have our critical thinking and our inspiration. This is the area of the brain that is two of the key components of that area. So all the blood rushes out of the head and goes to our limbs so we can run, fight, or hide. Our digestive system turns off because they really want all hands on deck. And this acid is released in our body, and it floats to our skin so that if we're bitten, we don't taste good. It's pretty crazy, huh? So essentially our immune system does shut down. And so if you think about that, we are in fight or flight an average of 75% of our day. And that's just from stress from a job, financial stress, stress from a partner or relationship. So 75% of our day. Our blood coagulates so that if we were to be eaten, we wouldn't bleed out. And adrenaline and cortisol is released so that we can run faster or we can attack better. And of course, that leads to a greater amount of fat, especially around our midsection, and a host of other reactions from those chemicals being emitted or released into our bloodstream. Yeah. So this leads to premature aging. 90% of doctors' visits are connected to stress. So it does a lot in our bodies. So what I love to do is take us out of the stress. And that's where we're going to go today. We're going to go into a place, into our bodies, into our worlds, and we are just going to explore, and we're going to forget all about any stress that we have, and we're going to put our body into a beautiful state of homeostasis. So I hope you've learned something. We're going to start our practice today with a breath, and this is called the 2-by breath. So we're going to breathe in through our nose on the count of 2 and out through our mouth on the count of 4. Okay, so practice with me. And just keep going with that pace. If you're a savvy breather and you have a greater lung capacity, you can increase this to 4 times in, 8 times out. For now, we're just going to stick with this 2 in, 4 out breath. And what this does is it puts our body into a state of homeostasis. So we're getting out of fight or flight. It connects our brain and our heart, which is important because our brain also is not only connecting to our heart, but they're talking. The heart sends messages to our brain. Okay, so find a spot that's comfy. Please turn off your devices. Do not disturb is a wonderful setting for your phone or your computer. And now we're going to breathe into our belly. So allowing that breath to make a smooth, slow, steady entrance down into your belly. And on the exhalation, allow the breath to come out comfortably. But be mindful of exhausting all that air out of your belly. Continuing to breathe in and letting all that air go back out. And on your next inhalation, I'd like for you to breathe not only into your belly, but allow that breath to expand in your back as well. So allow the breath to fill your kidneys. The kidneys are one of the compromised organs in the winter. And so because they are thought of as the batteries of our body, they are exhausted because we are putting it under stress with colder temperatures, less light. Our body is working harder to keep up with these pernicious elements. And so as you're breathing into the belly and the kidneys, think about this life that you're giving all of your organs. Okay. And now I'd like for you to let go of this breath. Continue to breathe and allow it to fill your belly, but I'd like for you to just float around your body, bringing your awareness to your forehead and down to your eyebrows and your eyes, to your cheekbones and your nose, out to your ears, down to your mouth and your chin, your neck and your shoulders, your chest and your heart. We're going to stop here for a moment and linger, imagining now that the breath is entering through your heart and exiting through your heart. As you breathe in, it enters your heart space, and as you breathe out, it exits. And as you're doing this, thinking of someone or something that you care deeply about. And someone or something that you appreciate. Feeling this heart center charge. The electromagnetic field around our heart is the greatest energy field that we have. It extends so far out and reaches all around you. In fact, when you do this practice of heart coherence, you're affecting everyone in your vicinity, and you're even affecting those you think about. It's really a gift. And relaxing our arms and elbows, our forearms and wrists, both hands and fingers are relaxed and letting go. Relaxing our ribs and our bellies. Relaxing our pelvis and our butt, down our legs, our thighs and our knees, our calves and our ankles. Our feet and our toes. And just feeling this relaxation. Allowing this presence of you to be. Feeling this presence of you. I'd like for you to imagine that you're walking through a magnificent field. This field is covered in beautiful green grass. Parts of it have turned to hay, and as the breeze blows in through, flecks of gold shine on these blades of dried grass. You feel the earth beneath you, and as you connect to her, you feel the pulse of Mother Nature. You feel this energy beneath you all the way down to the core, and you connect to her heartbeat. You feel these lines of energy grounding you and anything in your body, any care that you have, or ache or pain, any tension, you release it. And Mother Earth gladly takes it and recycles it into the beautiful, loving nature that she is. You continue on and you feel a spring in your step, knowing you've let go of something no longer serving you. A couple of birds swing down as they fly effortlessly. And as you look upon them, you feel this liberation. You feel this energy of these wings that are fluttering about without a care in the world. And as you do, it reminds you of a time when you were a child. You had this same feeling of carefree, this same connection to the earth and her beings. And as you remember back, you recall many details. You remember what you were wearing, you remember how you felt. You see the people around you and remember what they were saying. And within this scene, you see something about yourself you may have forgotten. You may remember that you're filled with joy. You may remember your love for creativity. You may remember some beautiful aspect, some quiet nature that only you remembered when you were that young. Some part of you that was a part of your soul that you brought into this lifetime. And as you're remembering this beautiful memory, you look beside yourself and realize that this little girl or boy, this little being, is now standing beside you. I'd like for you to take their hand and continue to walk along the field. You are going on a journey into a place that you have forgotten. And as you continue to walk, small animals appear. You look to the right and there is a wooded forest, dense with lush trees. The smell is intoxicating. It smells like magic. It smells like home, a place that you remember from so long ago. A little fox scurries out, and you soon find that each person or being you quickly become friends with. It's as if you've remembered them from a long time ago. As you're walking along, I'd like for you to connect with the next being that you see. It may be an animal or a tree, it may be a person or a spirit. Whoever you see and come in contact with, I would like for you to stop and connect in whatever way you'd like. You thank this being for their time, And know that you can always connect again whenever you'd like. You begin to walk into this wooded forest, and you feel the damp earth on your feet. You feel the moss, and you see the rocks and all of the trees. You feel the energy of the forest, and as you do, you realize that it is energizing your body with ancient wisdom, with ancient energy, with profound, beautiful, magical energy of the earth. You feel this as you take each step, the electricity of the ground and the trees. And as you look at the trees, you can sense they have a message for you. Like for you to walk over to the tree that is calling to you and place your hand upon its tree trunk. As you do, you feel or hear or see a message. This message is incredibly important. And I would like for you to remember this message at the end of the meditation. You continue to walk along, remembering that you have this child part of you walking alongside. And as you walk deeper and deeper into the forest, you feel this vitality of this child, this part of you that you remember. And slowly, this child, this earlier part of you, begins to connect and meld. And as you walk, you feel that youth coming into you, and your hands meet and connect until you both are one. Walking now, you remember how you felt as a child. You remember that secret part of you, and now you carry it with you forever. As you look down at your feet and your hands, you see that your skin is glowing. It is glowing with this essence, this beauty and radiance of youth. You feel this vitality percolating through your entire body. You feel it emanating every cell, every organ. All of your organs are working perfectly. All of your cells are perfection. You feel this youthful radiance, and you will continue to feel it after you wake up from this meditation. For days and months and years, you will always have this radiance and glow. As you look around, you notice a beautiful owl is nestled in the branches, looking down at you. As you get closer, you realize this owl reminds you of a spirit of someone that has passed in your life. They look at you with a very familiar and knowingness in their eyes. As you get closer, you begin to hear words. You begin to see memories. You begin to share things from their mind to yours. Something that is meant to be remembered. This being shows you. And as this being shares this information with you, I would like for you to ask a question, any question. And as you do, this being shares their answer with you. And you realize that this answer will continue, not only now, but you will continue to know more, and more will be shown to you in your life, days and weeks after this meditation. You continue to walk and thank the owl, knowing you can always connect again. And up ahead is a small clearing, and you see a beautiful pool of water. This pool of water seems perfectly still, yet there are rings in the center, and more rings coming out. And within each ring is a different color, and all of these swirls of colors begin to move. This beautiful, graceful dance of the water is calling you in. I'd like for you to dunk your feet in, dunk your toes or your hands, just peering into this beautiful water. And as you do, it stills again. You feel its beautiful, rich healing power. You feel it balancing every system in your body. If you'd like, you may dunk your feet or your legs or your whole body into this beautiful pond of balancing healing. This beautiful pond of perfection and vitality. And as you are in this pond, in whichever way you'd like to be, you feel all your cares, any worries, they just dissolve. And as they do, you notice that each worry that you have had an answer. You now see the perspective, or will soon see the perspective. Nonetheless, you are no longer worried. You know that everything will work out just as it should. You feel all of these colors swirling around you, showing you balance, showing you the way of vitality. You notice that in the center of this beautiful pond is a lily pad. And on this lily pad are butterflies. One flies up and another, and you wonder how they were all collected on the small lily pad, but it doesn't matter. Many butterflies begin to fly up in the sky, and as they do, they've taken your worries. They've brought them to a higher perspective. They've shown you the solution, or they will in the future. You thank the pond and the butterflies, and you know that their presence in your life will continue. You now have a practice, letting go and allowing. As you continue to walk, you notice this beautiful sunset. The sunset is orange and pink. It is brilliantly beautiful. You are in awe of every moment. As you see this radiance, you stand in wholeness, in perfection. You stand in the truth of who you are. And as you look upon this beautiful sunset, you remember those that you love. You remember people in your life, and you send this same awe and wonderment to them. You think of people in spirit, animals that you have, or animals in spirit, all of the beings that you hold dear into your heart. And within this awe and this wonderment, you realize that there are some emotions that you're meant to feel. And when you think of someone that is with you or has passed, whoever comes into your mind, allow yourself to feel that emotion. Exchange that emotion. Allow it to move through you and let it release. You may exchange words with these beings. You may stay in silence. And when you're done, I'd like you to move your gaze back to this beautiful sunset. And as you do, you see that the sunset becomes a screen, a movie screen. And within the colors, you see pictures of your life, pictures of the future. I'd like for you to paint your wishes upon this sunset. Your most greatest dreams, hopes, and desires. Seeing them in this sunset, feeling this awe and wonderment, feeling the beauty of attaining these wonderful goals. Feeling your heart full of love, feeling your body in awe and wonder, and seeing these scenes in your life as you would like them, happening just as you would like them, or even better. I'd like for you to press two fingers together or clench your hand, some gesture in your body to anchor this feeling of your future, to anchor these beautiful emotions of wonder and love. Feeling it all happening, so that whenever you'd like, you can remember by pressing your fingers or clenching your hand, you can go back to this exact place, knowing anything is possible. Anything is possible. Now anchoring this wonderment and awe in your entire body. It charge entire system, your energy, knowing anything is possible. Allowing the breath to come back to the belly. Allowing your energy to come back to the room you're in. Back to the anchor, feeling the breath in your belly. Expanding all the way back to your kidneys. Feeling yourself charged, renewed, in awe and wonderment of your future, knowing anything is possible. Knowing you have the power to create whatever you'd like, or something even better. Feeling your body being open to this possibility of creating. And as I count you back from 5 to 1, we'll come back to the consciousness that is in your body in this room you're in. On the count of 5, feeling wonderful, feeling free. On the count of 4, knowing that you have now experienced an amazing transformation in your body. On the count of 3 and 2, feeling wonderful. On the count of 1, when you're ready, you may wiggle your feet, wiggle your hands, open your eyes, whenever you'd like. And take your time. There's no rush. Allow your body to rest in this restorative state. This is the time and place when your body heals itself. This is the ability that we have, the ability to stay in balance before dis-ease even happens, or also if we have an ailment or something wrong with us, to come back to homeostasis and to heal and be guided to the right medicine or whatever it is that's going to bring about the change back to well-being. There is great power in this quiescence. My teacher calls it nourishing the chi. We are nourishing our chi, or our energy, right now. You may take some time to lie down or just be seated comfortably. You may like to reflect upon what you have connected to in your journey, who you spoke with. Nonetheless, a change has occurred in your body biologically. There is a study done by multiple studies, the one from Tufts says that a meditation practice of 5 years can reverse aging 15 years. 15 years, that's amazing. So thank you so much for practicing. I invite you to take this time for yourself. Coming back to that space of gratitude. And just taking a moment to talk to your body. What areas are you in particularly gracious for? When we love our bodies, we are able to heal, we're able to stay young, we're able to feel good. It's like everything. When we love something, it treats us good. So this is a reminder. A reminder to love our bodies, to love ourselves. And when we're filled up, when we're all full of love, and that love can spill over. That love can connect to others. And isn't it a gift when someone's having an awful day to just love them anyways? Oh, such change happens when you just love them anyways. Not even about the change, it's remarkable. And maybe they don't show it right off, but you know, they feel it. So let's make our practice for the next week until we see one another again. I guess it'll be 2 weeks. We'll make this practice to love ourselves so deeply that we have some to spill over. And if you happen upon someone who's having a real bad day, we'll just love them anyways. It'll be our little homework assignment for the time we're apart. So thank you for practicing. Please let me know if you have questions. Eventually we will be getting into more of a gallery style where we can connect and talk to one another. This week is an introduction and really a connection, coming home back to ourselves. Thank you so much for practicing. We'll see you next time. Take care, and do not hesitate to connect with me about any questions. My heart is full to be able to share these practices with you and connect. So thank you so much, and gratitude. Take care.